Yo, how's it going? Today's a long day. Well, couldn't even start my stream on time. I was at the doctor's for like 2 hours. Fucking awful. Oh, it was so fucking hot. Jesus Christ. I was like looking at the weather info and it was like 90% humidity, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's not even raining. Oh, that's not good. But anyways, hey there, Coolified. How's it going, man? What does sending someone to Jesus really entail? It pretty much entails beating them to the point they're they can see Jesus. That's always what I thought. Hey there, Happy. Ah. Oh man, yeah, I took care of a good chunk of stuff today. Didn't expect to be sitting at the doctor's office for 2 hours. But now that's over with, I can finally get to stream. And we were gonna do a group stream today, but Anton's internet is dead. so it'll just be me today. Alrighty. So yeah, we'll start things off some nice chill Genshin, you know. I basically had like a hangover all day. You gonna save up? Alright, dude. See here, what do I got? Oh yeah, commissions. What I need to do. Just be a weeb, that's fine. Right? Let's see here. One. Whoa, they're all over there. That's new. Alright. Alright. Okay, I'll get started on that. Anyways, I got some breakfast while I was out. Got some grilled chicken. Some good ass grilled chicken. Spicy yuzu flavoring. I think this is my favorite one from Family Mart. Like, fuck me, dude. Has to be healthy for me. I mean, besides the salt content. Being salty as fuck. Imagine if Asian difficulty was a real difficulty setting in video games. Yeah, dude. It's called Play Japanese Devil May Cry 3. It was actually that hard. Like, the American market was like, dude, fuck this. Could you make it easier? And like, little bitches. Fine, we'll make it easy.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
But yeah, it'll be hilarious. It was no, like, so the international release of Devil May Cry 3 was made easier than the Japanese version. Like, when they brought it over, they literally just toned down the difficulty.
Illusion shattered.
Rain outlines your fate. Busted.
Animal test 6308.
I think back then they yeah, I think back in those days they definitely tried to like tone down the difficulty in a lot of games. Like Final Fantasy X international, or I guess like American version or wherever. They like gave you the weaker sphere grid and whatnot.
Enhanced animal module 70.
Here comes the cat. Rain cutter.
Hello there.
Inazuma shines eternal.
That was fast. Yeah, I think back then they definitely tried to like, for some reason, tone down the game difficulty. when they brought it over. I think it was just something. Oh yeah, now I remember. It was like the play testers were just saying this game is way too hard. Did I kill a Grim back there? Yeah, I murdered all of them with Shogun Burst. I Bulbasaur'd them to death. Which was kind of amazing. I was like, wow, I didn't expect to actually get all of them. Did you know what? I never actually sat down and finished watching Ruby. Because the first season was pretty ass, so I just didn't bother. I heard it gets good, but I just didn't want to sit through that first season. No, I sat through the first season, and then when the second season popped up and they were having a food fight, I was like, you know what? I don't need this in my life. And then I stopped. Okay, this is what I'll do. I'll murder you. Ow.
Gutsy. No, my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Animal
It
test 6308.
was
Don't push my
interesting. Because Monty was there. Monty Ing.
Yeah. Absorption test.
And it started off okay, and I wanted to see where it went, but then like Monty tried to, I guess I won't say Monty tried to make it, but they tried to make it way too anime-like. And the whole reason why I liked Monty Oom's style was it wasn't anime-like. If that makes sense. But yeah, after a while, it's just like, you know what? Yeah, I don't really care enough to continue with this plot. The trailers hyped it up to be like some awesome action anime show, and all I got was anime school. I'm sure it eventually gets to that point where it's like super cool fighting and stuff like that, but meh. Dude, I don't even know what semblance are. I just remember like the whole premise was you get anime crack because they were dealing with anime magic crack, and their weapons had two forms, and that was about it. That's all I remember. The trailers were hella sick though. Like they had some really good fucking music and like cool action scenes. Like Ruby's action scenes and song still like sticks in my head from that trailer. It's just that the trailer and the show are very different things. Loss. Idiot drowned himself. Is he Super Saiyan? Alright.
Shine down. Swirl, Mark 2. Animal test 6308.
Things are about to get dicey. Witness the power of good one.
Now you shall perish.
But yeah, I think I'm mainly sad about Ruby was like the potential it had, because I thought they were onto something super cool, and then it was the execution was just not good, in my opinion. Dude, who? Frost? Who? Well, was he like the dude with the cane? Dude, like literally the only thing I remember from season 1 was like they were in school the entire time.
Should I save this?
Add a... Thank you for Add ast...
Ah, I see. We have switched topics. All right. I thought we were still talking about Ruby. Right. Right. It was like Frostbolt and then Uberbolt. See, that's how fast I killed him. I don't even remember the name of. I don't even remember his name. Like to him, he died a very tragic death, but to me it was just Tuesday. I need to burn my resin. It's a good way of burning my resin. Right. I'm just like, man, who cares about this guy? He's small fry. Come back to him when you're stronger. Right, like that typical protagonist thing. Old Sworn. I think Prototype Ember might be good because I don't have a healer on this team. Wait, I totally forgot. Like, I'm supposed to be deciding what the fuck to do with my resin for the day. Well, I should crown this. Hmm. Right, yeah. As long as he does like petty small crime stuff, right? I just won't care about his existence. It's like, why would I waste time? You know, I have to fight like calamity class monsters. Right? If you're not even calamity class, why should I waste my time with you? It's clearly how it works. Could you GL? Could do a gene. On hit, gene's normal attacks. Her healing scales off of her attack. Interesting. Okay. 80 energy cost is a bit up there though. I don't have much of a healer. Dude, he's technically Calamity class. Get out of here. He didn't feel like it. Scales attack. Oh yeah, Mona's a thing. I should really level up Mona. Oh, she's already leveled up. Awesome. If I level this up, does it? Yes, it does increase damage. If I slot Mona into a team, what would it look like? I don't even use this team. All right. Mona, if I slot,
This is how it must be.
if I slot you into a team, let's say I do a taser team. All right, let's say hypothetically I do a taser team. What would it look like? It would have be do.
I trust you.
Chu and Fischl.
The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
Don't have much of a healer though. That could be like a slight problem.
We'll
Oh,
need
I
a
use
strategy.
Kokomi. Kokomi heals. Oh damn, I have to redeem my posture. Okay, dude. Luckily, like I haven't been streaming for so long that like my posture is absolutely fucked. But it's always good to check. Thank you, Coolified. Who else is here? We got you, me, Happy, and anyone else that's lurking in chat. I could do something like this. Just wondering who's here. Do I have a Favonius bow? No, I have a fuck ton of... Yeah, I do. Okay. I can give Fischl a Favonius warbow. Don't have that R5. I'll probably do something like Rain Slasher. Probably do something like Rain Slasher. Bunch of emblem.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For
Man, my comic books. Wait, I don't have a comic book, huh? my lower self has like a very foul mouth. Let me just quickly see here. I want to know what artifacts would be good on Fisher besides damaging one. Okay, gladiators and thundering fury. Well, I don't really have a thundering fury. We'll go gladiators then. Transformers? Were they actually robots in disguise? Like, if that's the case, then like, am I pro Autobots or Decepticon here? Like, if I want Kokomi, I'm gonna have to kill Spectres. That's fine. And then Mona. Mona needs to do Mona things. Genshin. What's a good armor set for her? Or artifact set? 4-piece emblem. Or noblesse. Ooh. Noblesse would be nice. Maybe noblesse on Mona. 5 particularly dumb Decepticons? Alright. I was always team Autobots anyways. Alright, how many noblesses do I have? Right. This could be a slight problem. Okay. No worries. I guess for now I'll just have her use Chongyun's greatsword. Battle chargers run amok. I don't even know them. That's the case. What's Kokomi's weapon? trying to like figure out how to spend my resin properly, and I can't figure it out. This year. There she is. I could go Hydra support. It's either her 5-star weapon or thrilling tales. I could just throw like a stat stick. I could just throw Lost Prayer to her. I end up sending them to Robot Jesus. Fuck yeah, dude. Right. I could do that. And her artifact set will be, yep, that. And then Mona. Yeah, Mona can just go Thrilling Tales. With Noblesse. So she'll be my buffer. Pokumi's my driver, and these two just do electric shit. Cool. What do I need to enhance this? This stuff. And it's open. 16 of those. 29, 5. So I need a bit more. I know what I need to do. I think at this point I'm basically done leveling up characters, and I can just like start making them work. It's been a while, Happy, but finally I can start working on my Beidou Taser team. Hell yeah. Oh, I already have 5. Alright, then I'll just go and burn them. No, I think it's right here. Yeah, right here. It's pure stupidity. I've been ignoring you. She hasn't been coming to me. Beidou gets a huge power boost at C2, and I only have her at C1. Come on now. You know it's not fair. Right, I have a... Wait, okay, in a comic, but it can't be my comic, because I don't have a comic. What? This could be bad. I think this is the one with all the waters.
Are you?
Oh no.
Animal hypostasis and...
Busted. No, my sword. Let me weave you a perfect. Here comes the catch. Inazuma shines eternal. Over here. destruction. Game's up. Fun's over.
Torn to oblivion.
There we go. Give me a hot second. Yeah. Oh, of course.
Blink. Busted.
Animal test 6308. Look at me.
Alright. That wasn't so bad, but yeah, electricity kind of ruins this team a little bit. But yes. Yeah, so run amok and run about and run amok. For the first Transformers to be permanently
Hey, Michael,
deactivated.
how's it going?
Hey, James. Tabitha, maybe, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, dude, I'm glad to have you on the stream. What have you been up to? It's been like years since I've talked to you, man. Maybe it's on this mic, actually. Yeah, okay. Boom, there we go. James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I was trying to... Okay, Michael, I don't think I hear anything.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I was like, right, it's on a different mic, because I have like 4 different mics here.
Hello, Purified. I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen you on the streams before.
Yeah, dude, he joined up during a raid, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think Natsu raided, and Coolified and I hit it off. But yeah, I'm glad you joined on to the stream, dude.
Yeah, see, we're playing some Genshin here.
Yeah, I'm just putting some time. Like, Anton and I had plans.
There is no escape.
The plans didn't happen.
And by that, you mean internet.
Yeah, his internet just straight up
No.
died.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Ring cutter. Quietly now.
Well, if we're just gonna kick back and play this, that's cool with me.
Yeah, I mean,
Inazuma shines eternal.
sadly, I don't really have a game like set up, ready to go, right?
Yeah. I was gonna ask, by the way, Michael, because I don't want to spoil anything. Have you finished 13 Sentinels?
I have finished 13 Sentinels, 100%ed it.
Yeah. You know what? I bought that game, and after a week, I, like, beat it, because I had problems, apparently.
Right, hey, this game's good. Oh, it's done.
Witness the power of good one.
Yeah.
Game's up.
I don't know, I usually don't care for visual novel style games, but that game really hooked me.
Yeah, no, the story's really good. I enjoyed the fact that it was like basically like a mystery and you're trying to piece everything together.
I love how that game is just a million red herrings.
Yeah.
It's like, we have time travel. Not
No.
really.
Get fucked. You thought it was time travel? No, it was really me, Dio. Yes.
I've seen people have mixed opinions on it, but I weirdly really liked the gameplay stuff too.
I enjoyed the gameplay.
Like, it's like, I've seen a lot of people say like, oh, it's like a weird RTS thing, and for whatever reason, it just hooked me.
It was nice. It was just nice to play.
I think it's because there wasn't like they didn't like oversaturate the game with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's like what 30 missions, and they're pretty short, so it doesn't feel like it overstays its welcome.
Mm-hmm. It was a very good length. And I enjoyed that the game let me just beat it on easy mode.
Yeah. Oh, did you end up playing on easier settings?
Mm-hmm. Because I didn't really care for any difficulty. I was just like, I just want to have fun. And then
That is fair.
I got Missile Rain, and I had a lot of fun.
For what it's worth, even on normal, if you know what you're doing, it's so easy to break that strategy.
Oh man, it's so good. Oh yeah,
I
so,
mean, you used Missile Rain, so you already did part of it.
yeah, I used Missile Rain and Super Big Missile. Oh, and then Interceptors with like turrets. And then if something didn't die, I just like leg spliced it, and then it was dead.
I'm coolified saying that Janus's power is just to go fuck physics.
Yeah. So like, there's an IP and everything now. I have superpowers, but I'm too OP, so I don't have my own comic book, sadly.
Take it easy.
Okay.
which is a crime on itself. Wait.
I know, we
wait.
need to fix that.
Rain outlines
Yeah, dude.
your fate.
How come I don't have a comic book? Alright.
Animal test 63
Question mark?
Animal hypostasis emulation.
Here comes the catch.
We'll give you a comic book, but it's gonna be drawn by Togashi.
Inazuma shines
God.
eternal.
Like when he tries, or like when he doesn't try. I know it's gonna take like 18 years.
Well, it's not about whether or not he tries, it's whether or not you're getting a chapter.
Shine down.
Right.
Know my sword.
I'm being really mean, because he apparently really recently stepped out of hiatus.
Yeah.
Or might be. He hasn't quite stepped out of it yet.
Not yet, but soon. One day.
Rain cutter. Game's up.
Is it actually pronounced Janus or Janus? Because isn't that, like, Latin that
There is no
we
escape.
got that from?
No, it was when we were drunk and we were trying to think of a name. And then we were trying to spell abs, but then we spelled abes.
Yeah, well, I remember the Abes part. What exactly did the Janus part come from again?
Dude, I don't quite remember. But I remember it was like some kind of like misspelling of something.
Well, because I thought Anton said he was trying to deliberately, like, put something to, like, say that we're disorganized or something.
Right.
And I remember him vaguely saying Janus was supposed to be Latin or something like that.
And someone message Anton, be like, "Dude, do you remember what our name even means?"
Yeah. Yeah, we'll message him. He'll totally see it with his working internet.
Yeah, his dead internet.
Because something tells me they don't have 3G towers in the mountains.
No, they upgraded to 8G, remember?
So it's exactly the same, like 5G's felt for me.
Yeah. Equally worthless.
It's actually really weird. The part of town, like, I'm in the most is overly populated, and the 5G is completely shot.
Really?
I think it's a bandwidth problem, because a lot of businesses use their point-of-sale systems with it. So they're just eating up all the resources, but I could, like, message one of you guys on Discord, and I wouldn't hear back from you for, like, 15 minutes. That's how bad it is
That's pretty
around
crazy.
that whole area.
Damn. You know, how is it over there? Like, I haven't been back in like 3-4 years.
I mean, truthfully, not that much different. You might come back and notice a bunch of food places either closed or open, but aside from that, it's pretty much the same.
Look, without Kenzo's, my life is over. I don't know where I'm gonna get Japanese food, okay?
Well, okay, then nothing's the same if we're going back.
Right, then everything's gone.
Because there's nothing that's replaced that place.
I mean, that makes me a little sad. But also, like, I understand because nothing can really replace Kenzo's.
There's like a fragment of like Japanese places where there's like one item will be like this kind of is close to it, but not quite. But there's some things I'm never getting back. I'm never getting the yakisoba like that anymore. Nobody cooks it with ginger for some reason.
Yeah, dude, I get you.
That karage, I don't feel like I've had better in my town.
Yeah.
Stand clear.
There's a pretty fucking good karage place.
There is no escape.
But like, every time I eat it, it feels like my heart's stopping.
I believe that. I mean, to be fair, it is dark meat that you're frying, so it's not exactly like healthy. Well, I guess it's not terrible, but it's fried chicken.
Simulation. Animal testing.
Yeah, it's still fried chicken. It's still gonna be terrible for you. But like, oddly enough, I like karage chicken breast over chicken thighs.
Oh, really? Is it considered karage if it's the breast?
Yeah.
I thought karage specifically had to be dark meat.
No, it doesn't have to be dark meat. You can tell them. It's usually like if you just say karage, they'll just give you dark meat. But like, yes, like a karage specialty place will let you choose.
Okay. I have to answer coolified. You asked what kind of power I would want. Honestly, probably the ability to read minds.
No, then if you do get that, don't read my mind, please.
The ability to do that, but be able to focus it. So, like, you know, like in a lot of fiction, how people read everyone's minds all at once. If I don't have that drawback, that's the power I want.
Be a pretty good
Illusion
power.
shattered.
Because I'm already confident that if I could fly or teleport, they would both be the ways
Time
I
to
can.
act.
It would equally contribute.
6308.
Well, because if I flew, I would just fly and then get mowed down by a jet or something, or I'd hit my head against something without realizing it. And if I had teleportation, I would teleport through a wall or something.
Yeah. Like your innards would be fucking gone.
I feel like reading minds is the one thing
There
I
is
can
no
use to my
escape.
benefit no matter what, as long as I don't have that horrible drawback.
Stand clear.
Right. Of you know, not having a break.
Body and mind. No, my soul.
I did want to follow up as far as Karage goes. So does that name just the Frag style? Is that what that name comes from? Then?
Yeah. And you go to a Karage specialty place. There'll be two kinds. One kind is Karage, the other kind is tempura. So it's the frying style, like the breading they use.
That makes sense. I was never quite sure because sometimes a lot of names like that, I was like, maybe that just means dark meat or something.
No. Because you could get like Karage Momo or Karage Mune. And then like at the place that I go to, they have like tempura as well. Like tempura Momo, tempura Mune.
Yeah. The drawback, reading one mind at a time seems perfect to me though.
That's their drawback.
Yeah, I'll take that. Because being able to read everyone's minds at once would be really awful. I need to try to homemade karage sometime. I know you said you prefer the breast though?
Yeah, if it's done well.
Okay. I noticed there's like an ongoing battle where some people say like the white meat or the dark meat. Like as far as breast or thigh.
Or how about this? You just get both.
That's true.
You just get both, and then you just eat all the karage.
Well, you buy the whole. You cook the whole chicken.
Yeah, you just karage the whole chicken. Fuck it. You want to have karage wings? Fuck yeah, dude, go for it. Who cares?
That's fair. I just know at the supermarket, if given an option, I'll usually buy the boneless thighs before I'll get the breasts.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the breasts are. It's easy to fuck up breasts.
Oh yeah,
right.
It's a bigger piece of meat.
Yeah, you can easily dry it out, and like you can get like a tough, hucky puck if you're not careful. But like when it's done well, I like it more than thighs.
Okay. Whenever I do have a really good one, I could see where you're coming from.
Yeah. Like a mediocre chicken thigh is going to be better than a mediocre chicken breast. But an amazing chicken breast will probably trump an amazing chicken thigh.
That's maybe the one part where I'm not quite sure. I like them both that much that I just really like thighs.
I like them both, but here's my thing with chicken thighs is that they can get way too oily really fast.
Okay, that's fair, especially if you're dropping it in oil.
Yeah. Like I've been into like really good chicken thigh karage, and like the oil is just scorching hot, or I get like a mouthful of oil.
Okay.
And I don't really get that with breasts. That's
fair. I don't cook a lot of chicken with oil. That's part of it too, because I tend to grill breasts or thighs. Like on some bars, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. Both are respectable.
No, both are delicious. Don't get me wrong. Like if I have the chance and I know that a place can do breasts pretty well, I will get them. And I'll also get some like chicken thighs. It's fine. I don't care. Fuck it. Get some non-kotu. Get some cartilage in there. Get some wings, dude. Get the feet if you're into that. If you're a feet guy, right?
I've never been big on that, but I'm surprised no one stepped into like the wings. That's where it's at.
I'm pretty sure my girlfriend might say the wings. She always gets wings.
I mean, look, the wings are fantastic. I just want more meat.
Yeah.
That's why I want a whole lot of wings whenever I get wings from somewhere.
Right. Wings are like 70% bone and then 30% meat. And you have to like kind of work for it, you know what I mean?
You do. I was seeing a technique though where someone just like pushes the bone through and then they completely debone the wings.
Oh yeah,
I want
yeah.
to try that the next time I make them.
What I do is like I bite down on the cartilage that holds the two bones together, right? And then like I can remove one bone out and then just eat the meat around the bone and just clean it.
That's the way to do it.
Because you know me, I don't actually like getting my hands dirty. So like that's why I eat, you know, pizza with a knife and fork.
Yeah.
One, I don't like to get my hands dirty, and two, I like to piss you off.
There are some pizzas I will say, like knife and fork might just be what you have to do.
Like
if you go to
yeah,
even to Pyology, or you remember it, right?
Yeah, I remember it.
Those thin crust pizzas, like, don't tell me you're benefiting by holding that pizza.
You do. Like it will just flop and everything will just fall off.
All the oiled liquid will drip in your hands too.
You don't like the bones in your meat though? That's fine. Like I've had really good wings, right? But like if you had me at gunpoint and made me choose, I'd probably go with chicken breast. Like a good chicken breast.
That's definitely fair.
Like look, there's no wrong answers except for maybe the beak. like if someone says chicken eyes, that's where it's at. That's when I look at you funny.
I mean, it has to be a delicacy
somewhere. Probably like the Philippines or something. They'll eat chicken beak with eyes.
I feel like if you're gonna like the beak sounds like the one that I just don't know how you're supposed to do anything with.
Do you grind that shit up and then you just eat the powder?
Sounds like one of those things where it'd catch on and then start being $50 for the beak on a chicken.
Yeah, dude. Like, do some people eat chicken legs? And I'm like, there's like no meat on that, but you do you, buddy. You do you. Like, I'm glad someone's out there making sure no part of the chicken's getting wasted, right?
I've always tried to understand the appeal of feet because they sell those a lot of places, and I think it's just they either like sucking on the feet for the flavor,
yeah,
or it's like some kind of soup stock, I guess, at some point.
Yeah. I know in like Chinese cuisine they have like
if you
feet.
ever want to trade tactics.
Yeah. And if you go to any Asian market, there's like always a dedicated section for them too. So
yeah,
they are liked.
Let me just double check. And
wouldn't you like to piss others off? Your lore self, as you called him, likes to use his powers to screw with the Decepticons. Only the wikis and Transformers themselves know about the Autobots. Is this in reference to something previously?
I think it's a part of the in-universe lore of how I don't have a comic book.
Okay. The wikis, is this Michael Bay Transformers then?
I don't think so.
Are the wikis actually characters in like Transformers canon? I don't know jack about Transformers, by the way.
That's okay. You know, like just a little bit from when I watched as a kid, like 80 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I remember some of Gen 1. I remember when they used to turn to guns.
Hell yeah.
I liked that video game that was based off Gen 1 Transformers. I know people say the cartoon doesn't hold up very well, though.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, yeah, get Rain Slasher up and going.
Is the statement as far back as Generation 1, is that referring to the wikis?
Hold up.
I gotta look this up if that's the case. That's something I never knew about. Yes, Spike Witwicky. He's a character in Gen 1 Transformers.
Hell yeah.
Does this mean that Michael Bay was actually being faithful?
Can I say no? can I just say no? can I just like just shoot that down? Just a hard no on that one.
He did deliberately name Shia LaBeouf and his family after these, like, the characters from the cartoon, though.
I refuse. I refuse to. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to like you know, entertain a lot of ideas. That's not one of them.
That is completely fair.
Yeah, I will be very hard pressed to entertain that idea.
There's so many level 1 bows.
Don't worry about it. It's just how many I had pulled for.
I'm assuming that's just all crafting fodder then.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to get Beidou up and running because I did tell my girlfriend I'll do a Beidou team one. One time, a long time ago. Need 2 more.
Only reason Optimus Prime looks anything like the original robots because of Hasbro. As in, they probably set their foot down for Michael Bay. That's when you know things are fucked, is when Hasbro's the one with integrity.
They're like, they're just like, hey man, like, could you not? you gotta pull back a little bit here, man. Just pretty please.
Like, sorry, it needs to look a little like the toy. You can't just make a crumpled Pepsi can in CG.
All right, I need to go kill some more Tui mages. Oh, okay, there we go. There's the teleport. I was like waiting for it.
But so, yeah, maybe next weekend, depending on if Anton's internet's working by then, I'll see if I can be there to play whatever.
Yeah, dude, that'd be great.
I'm trying to be vague because I know we like to keep those games a surprise to Sunday streams.
I like to be vague because I actually don't remember the name.
Okay. You're supposed to say it's a surprise.
Right. It's a surprise, even to me.
Animal test 6308.
This is factually true.
Let me leave you
The only game I know I'm probably playing is like Genshin.
Yeah. On the bright side, the Bayformers are actually being good at aliens. Is that why they like flew over the wild animals in Africa and went all hail Megatron?
Wait, that was a thing?
I think in like the 3rd Transformers, one of them does it to like a pack of wild animals for some reason. Oh, those movies get really dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to do with Optimus at the end of the 3rd Transformers movie, though, is just comedy gold.
What happened?
Rain outlines your fate.
So at the very end, because there's this whole plot where Sentinel Prime is evil,
Illusion shattered.
and basically Sentinel enslaves Megatron and uses his henchmen, and at the very end Megatron turns against him and basically nearly defeats Sentinel, like pretty much incapacitates him, and is like, okay Optimus, let's put our differences aside and work together. And Optimus is like, no, fuck you, and then essentially kills Megatron and rips his spine out. And then he grabs a pistol and shoots Sentinel Prime in the face as he's like incapacitated, screaming.
Jesus Christ. Good God, what happened there?
Optimus is a psychopath, okay?
Good God. And they have like how many of these movies? Like 5 movies now?
Rain outlines
There's
your
like
fate.
6 now.
What a time.
Let me amuse myself a little.
I haven't watched anything since the third one.
I haven't watched anything since the second one.
Let me weave you a verse. There is no escape.
Yeah. I mean, I'm mean to these movies, but I, at the time, did like the first one.
I like the first one for the pure spectacle.
Yeah.
Because it
I
was
still
like,
need to watch Bumblebee. People said it was good.
really?
Yes. The director, I think it's a Shia. She also worked on Kubo and the Two Strings. If you saw that animated movie. Anyway, Janus interacts with the coolified Transformers, as I call them. They are faithful to the original robots, but the designs do their own thing.
The
Also, these
winter
ones are
shogun
somewhat good at
approaches.
being aliens.
Right. Right, I do forget that Transformers are aliens.
They are.
Yeah, Michael Bay does spectacle really well. Bayism.
I mean, this is something Austin and I get into discussions about, but Michael Bay has random movies he makes that are surprisingly good, and I get the impression he does stuff like Transformers, so he has the money to make those movies.
I can see that.
Because I think... I'm trying to remember, he had a recent movie that people said was really good, and even, what was it, 13 Hours? I thought that was a pretty decent movie.
Ooh. 13 Hours Benghazi or something like that?
Yeah.
I see.
I still have a soft spot for some of his older stuff. Like, I like, what was it, the Rock.
Right, Bad Boys.
Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered.
I mean, look, he brought two things together that no one should have ever brought together. That being Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery. And I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with it. Dude, I'm okay with the fucking Rock. What was that one line? Like, something about fucking prom queens.
Oh. I needed to find that line. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right? It's such a badass line. I was like, yeah.
Dang it. Can't find it.
Well, qualified Optimus has absolutely no fucking clue what he's doing. Exactly, dude.
It's a... Michael, it's winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
What about losers? Like something about losers crying and then winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Yeah. Wait, is that from Pearl Harbor?
No, that's definitely from The Rock.
Okay.
Because Nicholas and Sean Connery were getting into an argument, and then it was like, because he was like whining about how they couldn't do it, and he's like, losers whine about everything, winners go home and fuck the prom queen, and Nicholas was like, she was the prom queen.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to rewatch it and find that exact line.
I'm
With
okay. I am okay with rewatching the fucking Rock.
Witness the power of the rock.
I think that is probably one of my favorite movies he's made.
Swirl, Mark 2.
Like,
Now you
I
shall
love The
perish.
Rock. It's so fun.
There's definitely a joy to those older movies like that. I definitely think Michael Bay's lost something since then.
It has. I think it's just become more corporate.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed my reaction? I said who I think I said who the fuck knows what they're doing.
Clear skies can do nothing
Go
to
on,
hide the
James.
brilliance of lightning.
Oh, yeah.
Divine
I was trying to
bolts
think
can
of some of
strike
his other
evenly.
stuff.
Bad
'Cause
Boys.
he also made The Island. Island was something interesting too.
I didn't see that
Busted.
one.
No, my sword.
Did he do Pearl
Illusion
Harbor?
shattered. Stand clear.
He did.
Okay.
I would not
remember,
call that a good movie.
Remember when our fucking history teacher was like, this is a realistic interpretation of what happened that day?
Inazuma shines eternal.
I like the part in the history books where like, yeah, you know, some guy went off to the military and then his other friend got with his girlfriend.
That happens. Hey there, Anton.
I mean, feasibly, as far as I know, that did happen to some degree.
It definitely happened. Definitely happened. Lot of inaccuracies there.
Yeah.
And I'm still sad that... Uh-huh.
It is kind of sad that because of that movie's existence, though, like, because I'm admittedly hard on that movie, but it's because I would like a movie only focused on the events of Pearl Harbor, not a bunch of other random shit outside of it.
I want a movie only talking about the USS Enterprise. All right. If we have a goddamn movie in the Pacific Front, I want it about the goddamn USS Enterprise.
They have, Michael. It's called Star Trek.
Do we? I mean, yes, but also no. God, it's such a badass airship carrier, man.
Have they really not made any movie about it? I find that hard to believe.
No. They really haven't. And I'm like, how?
Time to act.
It's fairly well known, too.
How do you not make a movie about the goddamn USS Enterprise CV6, dude? Come on.
Michael Bay Hollywood, you guys want to make a lot of money?
You want to make Michael really happy right now? Just please. Like you don't even have to make it. You don't even have to like Michael Bayify it, because the event of CV6 is already Michael Bayified. You can't get more epic than one U.S. Airship carrier versus the entire Japanese armada.
Yeah, I mean, everything you've told me, everything I've seen, is that thing just survived everything.
Yes. You wanna know who liberated the Philippines? CV6. Who won the Pacific Fleet? Or who won the Pacific Theater? CV6. Dude, the Japanese were so angry. They were just like, how is this one ship not dead? Because that was it. If they sunk CV6, that was it. Like, the way to America was open. And like, they just couldn't sink her.
You could say it's the guts of battleships.
Dude, honestly, dude, it was so fucking epic. Like quite literally. We're talking about the Pacific Theater in World War II. And at this point in the war, like, America, you know, after Pearl Harbor, we lost all of our battleships, and we only had like a couple of destroyers and like 3 carriers in the Pacific Theater. We had more in the European theater, but like that was all we had in the Pacific Theater. And then the USS Hornet did the Doolittle raid and was sadly sunk sometime afterwards. So then we were down to 2. And then the goddamn Yorktown was also sunk at Midway. But before she got sunk, she did a Hail Mary, launched all of her planes out, and took out like 2 Japanese carriers, halving them. And then when the planes came back and saw that Yorktown was sunk, they landed on Enterprise's deck, and the Enterprise is like, you want revenge? And then they went out and took out a 3rd aircraft carrier. Fucking badass. What's up?
So do you think a lot of that was like the competency of the crew, or do you think like some of it was also just like adrenaline in their heads? Like, there's just so much shit going on that they
by Midway, let me see how many fights they've been in.
And I say adrenaline when like you're in a fucking ship and you fire something, there's not really a spur of the moment. Like, things have to be calculated a little more.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just wanted to say hi, Anton, and we're right now just chatting and playing Genshin.
Yeah, we're just having a good chat. We're shooting shit. So the major battles was Pearl Harbor, Wake Island, Doolittle Raid. This is not. Oh, then Midway, and then Guadalcanal, Yeah, so by the time we had Midway, we had is there like a way to put this in fucking or okay, sure. Alright, so there was Pearl Harbor and Enterprise was there on Pearl Harbor. Enterprise was there when Pearl Harbor was attacked. She was helping. No one ever talks about this. She was there day one. She was in every single major fight but like one. Because she took like 3 torpedoes and was still going. Then she was at Wake Island. And then yeah, she was there at the start of the Philippines, and she was there during the Philippines. She was there for the Doolittle raid. She was escorting Hornet. So they had I'd say like 2-3 battles before Midway.
I really need to just watch like a 20-minute like summary or some kind of nice video that just sums up all the things, because I know I've at least watched something like that with you once.
No, it's so good. Yeah, back when we were back when I was still in the States, yeah. No, yeah. Sometimes like because my girlfriend's Filipino, so we'll watch like stuff on the Filipino campaign. And then like I'll just see like, and then the Enterprise was there. I'm like, fuck yeah, Enterprise, go get him. Oh man.
So here's my question: in any of the anime things involving girls being personified as battleships,
yes,
I'm assuming the Enterprise is in one of them, right?
Yes, absolutely. In Azure Lane, Enterprise is like one of the most OP ships.
At least they're being accurate.
No,
yeah, dude. I was just like, who's the strongest ship? It's like Enterprise. I was like, fuck yeah!
I forgot about Azure Lane. I just remember you'd play it and then you'd take me to the subreddit. I'm like, oh, the subreddit is just softcore porn, I guess.
Yeah, dude, it's fine. Michael, you'll enjoy this. No! There she is. Look at that. Look at that beautiful model. Oh man, that's attention to detail.
Let's see. How do I buy one?
God, I wish. But yeah, this is I think this is CV65, which is the newer USS Enterprise, which is also decommissioned, but the CV65 was mhas using scrap metal from CV6. Every single USS Enterprise has a part, or at least has parts of the old Enterprise in it.
Yeah. That's like the winery telling you that every bottle has a little bit of their first batch.
Yeah.
They're more badass.
Dude, like, I remember like people tried to like save the USS Enterprise, CV6, I mean, because there are so many Enterprises now. There's like CV6, CV65, and then there was like the nuclear one that's like currently out right now.
All right, so Michael, here's the biggest problem with them not doing anything to do with the Enterprise. We could have the ridiculous campy movie where some evil James Bond villain is sinking every battleship and every aircraft carrier so he can get all the pieces of the Enterprise that were put in them and rebuild it.
I'd support him. I'm the Enterprise, baby!
This model, by the way, came from the Smithsonian.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's CV65. Little did you know, I'm actually a huge like history buff for World War II. Only specifically things about Enterprise.
We can make
it's very niche. It's very niche. But boy, am I fucking passionate.
Busted.
Anton, I've been wanting to go to DC for a while. There's a ton of museums I need to see.
Oh yeah.
I still haven't been.
Rain cutter.
Yeah, we used to go to a lot of museums.
Enhanced animal module 70.
Oh yeah, fun fact. Just so you know, for the battle in the Philippines. Oh, what the fuck, assassins! In the battle of the Philippines, Enterprise was doing like airplane runs off the coast, and during the Battle of the Philippines, kamikazes were in full swing around then. And so the Enterprise was like, all right, I'm gonna send off the Grim Reapers, because that's what their fighter squadron were called back then, the Grim Reapers. You know, because that's kind of badass. I'm just saying. But it was a one-way trip because they wouldn't be coming back, because the aircraft carriers were just being bombarded way too hard by kamikaze fighters. So it just was not safe enough. So what the pilots need to do was do their bombing run, go back to the beaches on the Philippines and crash their planes there, and pull out their guns and join the Marines to fight.
So, let me get this straight. They kamikazed the kamikaze fighters.
Yes! That's how badass these fucks were. But they didn't necessarily kamikaze. They landed to dismount to join the Marines.
Can't run from death.
Just a bunch of escapades I need to read more about.
Yeah, dude. Before then, the Marines and the Navy weren't exactly getting along, because of competition. But then after that, because they fought side by side, they were like, "All right, dude, you're not that bad. You're pretty cool." But yeah, dude, no, the Pacific there is
A chest full of valuables.
full of epic tales that you've just never heard of, because no one really cares. my girlfriend has to like sit down and like let me just go off on these like tangents about the USS Enterprise. All right, see ya, Anton.
Alright, see you, Anton.
All right,
Thanks for
let's see.
tuning in.
What did I miss from Qualified, James? Could you read it for me? I apparently missed something.
Yeah, so let's start from the top. Said Qualified Megatron absolutely no fucking clue what he's doing. I'm lost. Okay, that was previously we talked about Michael Bay. He said this is similar to the absolute tear that the Qualified version of the Fallen goes on versus both factions at once, who basically kills 80% of the cast. He said that reminds me the Fallen goes on an absolute tear. Am I repeating myself? No, I'm not. An absolute tear against both Autobots and Decepticons. Dude kills off 80% of the cast, starting with Galvatron.
Okay. So like, where do I fit in this?
I'm not quite sure. Was this in regards to a discussion from earlier?
I think so. Oh man. Oh shit, he's real. But yeah, I will absolutely like go off on the USS Enterprise.
Quietly now.
I don't even know why I'm like I'm very passionate about the USS Enterprise.
Enhanced animal module 7.
Witness the
I think it's because no one really talks about her,
Now you shall perish.
and at a certain point, I want her to get the recognition she deserves.
I mean, I agree with you, given what I know. It is really surprising to me, of all things they could have easily done, that wasn't something they did.
Yeah, dude.
Made any kind of fiction about.
You wouldn't like, that's the thing, you wouldn't even have to. Like, the things that the Enterprise did are already so fucking epic, you don't even need to embellish it.
Well, it's one of those things where you think you would have gotten something like it. Like, I'm sure you know, but Top Gun heavily had the military's involvement because they really wanted that to kind of market and promote.
Yeah.
You know, just the military, basically.
Right.
And you think they would easily want to do that with a movie about a battleship, because all it's going to do is make that thing look badass.
I'm sorry, aircraft carrier. Excuse me, motherfucker.
You're right.
Yeah, right.
Look, it is a ship and it battles. That's all I'm getting at. You can't say it doesn't do that thing.
I mean, look, to be fair, at a certain point, it was the U.S. Navy in the Pacific. Dude, the Enterprise's model was literally Enterprise versus Japan, and I'm like, dude, that's so fucking epic. I remember like on the way to I think Guadalcanal. It was either Guadalcanal or the Philippines. Like the Enterprise had already taken 2 torpedoes, and it was just like, we need to go back to Pearl Harbor to get fixed. But also, we are the Navy, so we can't actually go back and get fixed. Like our control tower and elevator just got like kamikaze. What do we do? And they're like, well, we have the repair ship vessel, so we'll just fix you up by the time you get to the Philippines.
We'll repair on the way.
Yeah, dude, you're smoking with a giant gaping hole in you, but we'll fix you up. No worries. they just like soldered the fucking repair ship to it, and they just fixed her up. I was like, god damn. But yeah, I think, but you were saying earlier, and I don't think I was ever really able to answer your question. Like back in Midway, was it experience or was it like pure adrenaline?
Yeah. Well, obviously, I given how many different times this happened, this had to have been competency.
Yes. So if you see the start of the Pacific Theater, both sides were very incompetent. Like, because it was like the first, like, okay, like keep in mind, it was the first time airship carriers were really used in combat, right? Because before in World War One, it was like all battleships, right?
Yeah.
Like the idea of an aircraft carrier just was not a thing yet. Like they didn't know how strong aircraft carriers were until Japan used them to just wipe everything out. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, these are the real deal. Okay, we kind of need more of these. Which is like by the end of the war, America had like 20 aircraft carriers. But yeah, so like in the beginning, also we didn't really have onboard radar per se. Radar just wasn't a thing, right? So like in order for you to like spot, you know, your targets, you needed to see them. You know? So like if you could imagine being like, I don't know, a couple 30,000 miles in the air, something like that, or kilometers in the air, in the vast blue ocean, with no markers, and you're looking for a tiny dot, and that's your target. It'd be a little difficult to hit that.
The radar.
Yeah, pretty much. And I remember that like, because they're working off of like, you know, World War II intelligence. How can I put it? Because they're working off of like World War II intelligence. Like they never really had like a good pinpoint accurate, like, how can I put it, like location on the enemy. So during the Battle of Midway, the fighters from Enterprise lucked the fuck out and spotted a stray destroyer that was fighting against a submarine, and it was like hightailing it back to the rest of the fleet. So they just followed that one destroyer to the rest of the Japanese fleet. And they were also super lucky because of all the zeros. They were too busy like going back and refueling. So the aircraft carrier, the Japanese carriers were just defenseless. So like the Enterprise is like through a combination of luck and lots of luck and lots of luck, they managed to sink like all but one Japanese aircraft carrier. So I think adrenaline and luck. And I think by the end of the war, I'd say experience. But I think Midway's a bit too early.
Yeah. It's like almost like they started out blue and then they...
Yeah.
Which I guess everyone does.
Well, the thing is that, like, towards the end of the war, Japan didn't really have experienced pilots. Because they died. Right? Like, when you go kamikaze, like, yeah, it might be super effective right? You're literally lobbing a plane at a ship, but also like that pilot is also dead. Who's going to train the next generation of pilots if all of your experienced pilots are dead, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah, you also have pilots who, I guess their main training is just being able to effectively crash the plane into something.
right, exactly. So that's like the battle doctrine, like towards the end of the war. The battle doctrine for the American Navy was different because like they actually like went back. Like you'll if you look at a lot of strategies back in the Pacific Theater, like they'll send them out and then they'll like knowing full well it's a one-way trip, right? But like the American aircraft carriers will still go back and try to find as many pilots as possible, right? Like no matter the risk, like they'll turn on floodlights and everything, like lighting themselves up in the middle of the ocean in the middle of the night to try to like let the pilots find their way back home, because that's how important the pilots were to the American doctrine. Right. So and I think the American doctrine also just focused way more on repairs. Like before the USS Yorktown went down, she took like 3-4 torpedoes. And like the Japanese legitimately thought that like they sunk all like 4 aircraft carriers at Midway, when it was really just one ship. Because that was how good fire control was on the American doctrine. Like I said, I'm an absolute history nut, but only for the Pacific Theater.
I'm trying to see if like, there's a video game you can play to help live this fantasy.
I'm not sure. But yes.
I mean, Azure Lane.
Azure Lane, but like it's not the same. Let's see here. Oh yeah, no, I need to. Oh yeah, I was like trying to like kill mages, and then like there were no more mages. So then I was like, dude, I was too like tunnel visioned into my Pacific Theater talk. I totally just like forgot what I was doing. Anyways, James, what's going on with chat? I'm sure Qualified's talking.
Yeah, he was talking about Transformers, how Fallen is just murdering all the Autobots and Decepticons.
Got it.
There's a flaming truck on fire that vents radiation glowing orange.
Okay. It would genuinely help if I actually remembered who Fallen was.
So Michael, here's the biggest problem.
Okay, what's the
I
biggest
Google
problem?
games about USS Enterprise, and you know what I get? Star Trek games.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. As much as I like Star Trek, like come on.
It turns out Star Trek is the thing that cared the most about that battleship, in at least fiction.
Look, if they say there's like one armor plating from CV6, I'd be happy.
It would surprise me if they established it. They have to care about it if they called their damn explorer ship across space and like directly named it after that.
It is very tradition, for some reason, for them to pass on ship names. I don't know why. I'm not sure what the American naming convention for their ships are. Because like we have, Yorktown. That was actually like I think we named them after cities. Yeah, I think we named them after cities like USS Washington, Lexington. I don't know where the fuck the Enterprise comes from. But I do know that like Japan names their battleships after mountains.
Yeah, aircraft carriers are generally named for past U.S. presidents, so you're correct about that. So how come Enterprise just broke the rules.
Yeah, well, we never had a fucking President Enterprise.
President Enterprise.
What a badass name, by the way. All right, the father is basically one of the first Transformers, but he's evil. Okay, so he's like super evil. Okay, I'm Washa Ton. Yeah. I mean, you know. Actually, USS Washington was a battleship.
All right, so Michael, it's not that. Let me put it this way: it's not that we haven't gotten a president named Enterprise; it's that we haven't had a president to live up to that name yet. It could still happen.
So I am President Enterprise. It's like, no, you haven't done much to earn that name yet. It's like, earn it. It's like, but my mother named me, earn it. It's like from Saving Private Ryan, you know? It's just like, earn this. Earn what? Earn your name. No, man, I love having these talks because like on one hand I get to go off, right? I get to absolutely go off, but on the other hand we get to be stupid.
Yes.
Because I definitely when I do these like talks with my girlfriend, her eyes just glaze over, and I'm like I know, but just let me finish. And then 3 hours later, I know, just let me finish though.
I think, like, because I'll admit I'm not a huge history buff and I don't know jack about any history, but this kind of stuff always fascinates me just because this is one of those things where it just feels like it defies any kind of sense.
Right.
How that thing managed to do what it did.
It's like, you know, it's like the Pacific Theater was literally down to one boat at a certain point. It's like, huh, how did we pull through? Well, usually that one boat that we had was badass enough to be the whole Navy. It's fine. It's why we call her the Big E, dude. Oh man. But yeah. Dude, the day we get a president that's named Enterprise. Oh boy.
The world remains constant over the
Things will be happening.
But human.
It's actually just the rebuilt Enterprise with a sentient AI.
I'm okay with this. The Fallen is depicted as a conqueror. He's just constantly angry.
Yeah. You know, it just occurred to me, Michael, if that happens, we've literally become Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Because all the president AIs are on freaking battleships.
It's true. And you know why they lost and have fucking Enterprise?
I will send you to Jesus.
To surpass Metal Gear.
Yeah. So okay, so he'll send me to Jesus, but like, am I at least equally as strong as him?
Was that overlay in the screen part of our Twitch, or was that part of your game?
Oh, the part of Twitch.
Okay, that almost looked like it was an in-game thing.
Oh, when I was sending you to Jesus popped up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's yeah. I'll do one more for you so you can kind of see it. Redeem.
So you have chosen death.
I know there's a delay, so it'll show up eventually. Eventually, there we go. Oh yeah. That's cool.
We put in some work, just like a little bit, enough to make it look like semi like presentable.
Yeah. I mean, you got the stuff of a legit Twitch channel now. It's cool.
Yeah, dude. But fun fact, when my girlfriend came over and streamed, that was the most views we've ever gotten.
Oh yeah, she streamed again recently too, right?
Yeah, dude, she fucking beat Evray! First try! Bro! Like, dude, Evray gave me nightmares as a child.
You're talking about the previous stream, right?
Yeah.
So she hopped on your stream and just schooled us all. It was like, I'm gonna show you how to get this done.
Dude, no. It was like her first time. Like, dude, she hates the boss. Right? Like, she's not good at the game. And like, she just fucking, like, every single boss that's given me trouble in the game, she beats first try, no problems.
Is it just the stat disparity? Like she just has way
no,
better-
she's under-leveled.
It sounds like she's good at the game then, right?
Yeah, apparently. Like, I remember for the slime boss, you know, in Macalania, right? If you remember.
Vaguely.
Okay, like, it's like the slime boss, and you have to hit it with magic, and it changes its weakness every time. But like, it does a move called press, where it hits all of your party members, and it will just do it over and over and over again, right? So like, because of that, like, you don't have any AoE heals yet because you just have Yuna. So like, you usually struggle to keep up with HP, right? But like, it never used press until after she broke it. She like attack broke it, so by the time it did press, like, it did no damage to her.
It's like she got good.
She
got really good.
Dude, she got so good she could beat a boss after hasting it. As for the Fallen, I could kill him by just insulting him. Damn, I'm OP. Oh, someone else killed him for me? Well, that's nice of them. Yeah, dude. And then, okay, like, do you remember the Evray fight?
I don't. Keep in mind, my knowledge of this game is next to none.
You've played it, right? And beaten it, right?
No.
No, what? I thought you did.
I have, Michael, I played this game for a grand total of 20 minutes.
Bruh, I thought you beat it.
No.
Alright, dude. You gotta sit down and play FF10. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, you're talking about FF10. I thought you were talking about Genshin right now.
No, FF10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, which fight are we talking about?
Evray.
For some reason I thought Evray. Why don't I remember this?
Bavel, when you go to Bavel for the first time. On the airship. The dragon.
I do, yes.
Okay.
Because that's when you're like on your way to save
Yes.
what's her face.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. My girlfriend beat that. First try. Under-leveled.
I feel like that's surprising.
I feel like she's pranking me. I feel like she's actually already beaten Final Fantasy X just like 9 times over, and she's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm bad.
Now that I'm not like in another dimension thinking you were talking about Genshin here, I gotta at least clarify one thing here, Michael.
Okay.
You said you had a really hard time with this, right?
Yeah.
You played the original non-Japanese Spear Grid version of that game, though, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that influence the difficulty quite a bit?
But she's also using the same thing.
Oh, she didn't use the freer Spear Grid that makes Mario not suck?
No.
Okay, well then. I'm sorry.
Dude, like, I remember when I was a kid and I fought Evray, and Evray like beat my ass, so I grinded up until I could beat him through the skin of my teeth. And then like it still wasn't over, and then we were on the bridge, and then I got triple ejected, and then I had the game over, and then I had to start over again. That was when I was traumatized. Like, dude, I dread the Evray fight.
Yeah. I remember not having too hard of a time when I played, but I'm also someone when I play RPGs, I don't necessarily grind, but I try to always fight every encounter I can.
Right,
to make sure I'm leveled enough. Because I know everyone has trouble with that one Seymour fight.
Yeah, she isn't there yet, and I want to keep it spoiler free.
Okay.
But yeah,
I won't say anything past that. Then.
Yeah, dude. The fucking thing is that like every single boss fight she comes into, she's like schooled it, and I'm like, I don't even know anymore. But like Chip, he's been salty as fuck because like he's just like, I'm waiting for her to die, and she hasn't died yet.
He's also like, how is this not happening?
Yeah. Like every time we're just like, all right, dude, ask me this fight. This one right here, right? And he's like, yeah, this one's hard as fuck. I was like, yeah, this is it. This is where she died. And she beats it, no problems. And I'm like, how? And Chip is just like, how?
Does it seem like it's some, like, because there's some luck in the, like, what patterns the bosses might do? Does it seem like it might have been that?
Some of them, yes. No, there was one time where Everett was going to kill her, and because the turn order was like Everett releases its super awesome crazy blast attack and kills you, and then it was like Titus, Everett, and then Sid. So to dodge the super awesome crazy attack, she needed Sid's turn to move up so that she could like get the ship out of like his super crazy deadly breath range, right? And then she's just like delay attack, and then it wasn't immune to delay attack, and then fucking Everett's turn got shifted beneath Sid's turn, and then Sid moved the ship away, then it did its crazy move, and then I was just like, bro, she shouldn't have survived that. How was it not immune to delay?
That is something. Wait, so you now that I am asking this, because you said she's had no difficulty on all the bosses that pissed everyone off. I can't remember the name of it. It's that boss you have to keep backing up into a cliff and a hill and not let it do the same to you.
Oh yeah, dude, she fucking summoned Ifrit and just murdered the shit out of it.
Because I know that's considered a wake-up call boss for a lot of people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a spike. Yeah, she destroyed that. All right, let's see here. And then Optimus does not come back this time. Does the Optimus die? I'm not good with Transformers lore, man.
I mean, he's died many times.
Oh, okay.
He's also come back many times.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the infamous thing I know is that in Gen 1 Transformers, they kill him off in, like, the movie.
Uh-huh.
And then they, like, brought him back because it, like, shattered every kid's, like, hopes and dreams. Well, you know what game, Michael, you should play?
What's up?
Yes, I've heard that trope I've seen a lot. As someone who plays JRPGs, I always look for that boss because it's the thing that... Like, Michael, you've played Tales of Vesperia, right?
Yeah.
You know the wake-up call boss in that game, right? Because it's the first fucking boss.
Yeah, dude, I got my ass beat.
I still can't get over the fact that they've re-released this game and ported it, and they still have not bothered to undertune that boss.
Yeah, dude, like, that fucking wolf thing just absolutely murdered my face in. I was like, what happened?
No joke, Michael, except for the optional EX dungeon, there's nothing in the game harder than that boss.
Oh, man. Dude, because of that boss, I just, like, overly grinded until I just shit-stomped everything.
Yeah. Speaking of traumatized, Michael, you know what game you should play on this stream? And you'll watch me, like, go through PTSD.
Okay.
Is you heard how they're bringing Persona 3 and 4 to Xbox and PC, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Persona 3 broke me.
Oh, boy.
That game... So here's the good thing, Michael. They ported the one where you can control your party members.
Oh, okay. That's sounds good. Yeah.
I played the one where you couldn't.
Oh. How bad was it?
I think that is probably one of the most infuriating games I've ever played.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Because like your main character will get one shot, and then you got to watch like a 30-40 minute set of cutscenes to get back to that boss.
Yeah.
There is no escape.
Absorption test. Animal test.
Because remember in those games, if your main character dies,
Yeah, it's a fail state.
Things are about to get dicey. Let me weave you a
that's just really awful
Inazuma shines
sometimes. 'Cause
eternal.
there's one shots.
Yeah, and it hits your main dude. It's over. I never really liked that about I guess Persona.
I don't think it makes any sense.
Rain outlines your
Yeah.
It makes sense in the other games where all your party members are demons because they're not going to obey you if you're unconscious.
rain cutter.
Right.
Torn to a
I still think it's bullshit that like you lose 2 hours of progress by being one shot. But
Yeah. James, I am pleased to meet a fellow trooper. Is that a reference?
no, you said troper. So
Oh.
all boss is a video game trope.
Okay.
illusion
If you've ever been
shattered.
on tropes.tv
Rain
or
outlines your
whatever.
fate.
Wait, that's like a legit trope. Oh, okay.
It's
Poison.
listed on there.
I mean, all right.
Game's up.
I mean, there's a billion of
Witness
those.
the power of Gugwa.
If you look up JRPG in a lot of them, you'll realize how many of these games share the same tropes.
Yeah.
Swirl. Mark.
Inazuma
This
shines
was like
eternal.
an actual trope.
I've seen it listed on there because I was looking at bullshit difficulty and I saw the page for that. I was like, let's look up every bullshit boss fight that people have talked about.
Shine down.
What are some more bullshit boss fights?
Let me weave you a verse.
I haven't played
Here
it,
comes the catch.
but Final Fantasy Tactics in particular, because there's a class change system in that game, has a boss fight where if you didn't happen to switch your main character to the right class, you're just like basic borderline fucked. Because you only play that one character instead of multiple, because you know it's normally a strategy game.
Enhanced animal.
Game's up.
I see.
But
Witness the power
I've
of
seen
Gugwa.
people regularly
Inazuma
rage
shines eternal.
in terms of just like out of nowhere force them to restart the entire game.
Yeah, that'd be pretty obnoxious.
Trying to think of ones I know firsthand, because like 5 to 10 of them come from Persona 3. There's bosses in that game that just target one-shot crit your main character, and there's
Oof.
nothing you can do about it. The final boss of that game, Michael, can brainwash your healer to cast the full heal spell back on itself.
Rain
That'd be pretty
outlines your
bleh. It looks like the darkness woman pulls her sword from between her boobs. Yes, that's exactly what she's doing. The booba sword.
I mean, the hard thing with saying like hardest, like most BS fights, is a lot of them are those optional super bosses.
Right. I'm not talking about like optional super bosses.
But like that, it's on the main path. You have to fight it. It's like who thought this was a good idea, basically.
No, my sword.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like I don't really play all that many games, right? Like the reason why I'm doing the streaming thing is to like play other JRPGs, and I'm slowly realizing that maybe I don't like JRPGs.
Well, the thing is, and I'll say this right now, Michael, a lot of my love of JRPGs came from the old school ones. And I will say most of the modern ones they make don't really fit that style for me, because I like the ones where you had an overworld map and you get an airship, and there'd be a whole bunch of really crazy side quests at the end. And I feel like that traditional style of game isn't really what you see as much of now.
Yeah, it's true.
And you could even argue a bit that's a big part of why people got obsessed with Persona 5 when it came out, because it felt closer to one of those kinds of games.
It did open up a lot towards the end. But, you know, I also did play Persona 5 in a weekend because, you know, I was going to Japan.
Alright, Michael, I'm looking up a list of hardest JRPG bosses. Or RPG bosses, so it's technically all of them. And number 10, Whitney's Belting. Of course that's on here. If you know about that, Michael.
Let me tell you something. And Dave's Twitch streamer with many followers. Wrath doesn't like me. Who is Wrath? Like Rathalos? Dude, I feel like I'm just old. Like I'm just not getting these references.
I mean, if it is Rathalos, then of course he doesn't like us.
Oh yeah, it's fucking Rathalos. Like, how many times do we just break its face in just to try to get a plate?
Yeah. Just to give you some context, Michael, do you know about Whitney's Miltank in Pokemon?
I think I've heard the name, but okay, tell me.
So basically there's an ability in Pokemon called Rollout, where every time you use the ability in succession, it does more and more damage.
Oh boy.
And the gym leader has this cow Pokemon that's just a really tanky Pokemon that just keeps spamming it. And what happens is once it gets it off a third time, it just starts one-shotting all of your party. So people would just send out their next Pokemon, and then the Miltank would just use Rollout and one-shot you.
Oh. Oh no.
And it's a normal type attack too, so there's a lot. Depending on your setup, you could just get really badly wrecked by that.
Ouch. Ow.
It's been memed about quite a bit.
Right.
You'll be happy to know there is a boss from FF10 on this list, Michael, but...
I don't know. Which one? If it's Penance.
No, it's Seymour Flux.
Got it. Okay, S3. Yeah, I mean that boss fight can be rough. No, I think okay, look. If she doesn't get stopped at Mount Gagaset, she has to get stopped at Xanarkand, right? Right?
Solidify.
Like logically, she has to get stopped at Xanarkand. There's no way someone could just like first try beat the Xanarkand boss. What is number 1 on that list? I'm curious as well.
Oh, for the hardest bosses?
Yeah.
Let's see. This was like the first thing I googled, by the way. It's the Demi Fiend from Digital Devil Saga. So I've actually played that game. That is considered one of the hardest super bosses ever made.
Okay.
They basically designed it, or even if you maxed everything, you still like have some stuff that boils down to luck.
Damn.
Now you shall perish.
I don't know how you put up with games like that.
Michael, I didn't do the super boss. I played the game like a normal person would.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's infamous how difficult that is for people who have tried.
Okay. So you still are human, got it.
Well, I don't know what. I don't feel the incentive to do that because that's a very story-driven game. So you would basically be at the end of the game and spend like 40 to 50 hours just grinding.
Right.
I don't know, just anytime I have this habit where once I beat the story to a game, I'm really bad at keeping to play it unless I really, really liked the gameplay enough to do that.
I can definitely understand that, yeah.
But yeah, that game's known for its difficulty. I'm also seeing FF4 brought up on here because they basically the original FF4, Michael, not so bad. The one in Japan that they eventually ported over to the DS. That game is bullshit.
Take it easy.
A while back we were talking about like games that Japan made easier for the Western release.
Every Final Fantasy.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think it's mainly Final Fantasy that's always done that, though.
There's like Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. I would argue that change was probably not a bad thing, though. I never liked the live system in those games.
Yeah. I think that was definitely a necessary change. Was Resident Evil changed? I don't think so.
I don't think it was. There is one it's on the tip of my tongue. I know they like dumbed it down. Oh, Mario 2 Like, you know, the very original Mario game?
Oh, yeah.
The second one never came out in America. They re-released it as the Lost Levels.
Yeah.
So I guess that doesn't necessarily fit though, because they didn't dumb it down. They thought
It's
we
like,
weren't
no, this
good
is too
enough
hard. This is too hard
for it.
for the Western world. We need to not let them see this. This is too much.
Look, there's at least one thing they made more hardcore for America.
Gotcha.
That's Kirby. They just made him more angry.
It's true.
No, my sword.
They like made him
outlines
fucking
it.
angry for some
There is
reason.
no
I'm
escape.
like, all right.
Absorption test.
Oh.
Enhanced animal market 74.
Some bosses that was so Jesus. That would just be super bosses.
Now you shall perish.
Let's see, I'm looking at some more stuff. Yeah, everyone mentions the final boss of Persona 3 because that belongs on a list.
It belongs on a list.
So does the entire optional, like, expansion of that game. Like, all of it, not even just a boss, just the entire thing from beginning to end.
Fuck it, the whole game. Whole game's the final boss.
What is that called? The Answer or whatever? I think that's what that extra campaign is. If I wanted to torture someone, I would lock them in a room and force them to play that.
Oh god.
Like, that's how bad it is.
That sounds awful. I'm not gonna lie. Cause like I'm never for like super difficult games because I find no enjoyment in that.
I like difficulty when the difficulty is engaging to some degree. Like, that's arguably what people like about the Souls games a lot, is when they're that hard but fair, or when they strive to that.
Right.
Take it easy.
It's just, there's a certain balance to it, and not every game will like that.
No, my
Like, I
sword.
completely get where you're coming from in a game like 13 Sentinels, where you're like, I want to play the story. I don't care about struggling. with
Illusion
difficulty.
shattered.
Yeah.
Mark 2.
And I think that's why they even put an option to just give you the
Let me read
essentially
you a verse.
borderline
Torn to oblivion.
section of the game.
Like I'm very happy that like they let me just play it on the easier difficulties without like penalizing me. Because you know games do that. They're like, oh fuck you, you know, you played on easy, you don't get the true ending.
I feel like that's more of an old thing now. Nowadays, you rarely see that as much. People are pretty much like, yeah, here's baby easy mode if you need it.
Yeah, and I'm like, thank you. Like, if it was like younger me, like 10 years younger, yeah, dude, I would have done it on like a much harder difficulty. But like now I have a job, and like I'm not waking up and gaming. Like I'm waking up, going to work, teaching children, wanting to strangle children and not being able to strangle them. Going home, my back fucking hurts. The last thing I want is to be sodomized by a fucking demon in Demon Souls. Right? Like, I just want to go home and kick back and chill. Like, sorry if I don't want to get ass raped by a dragon.
Well, that's why not every game needs to be that kind of difficulty.
But yeah, like 13 Sentinels was just such a great, relaxing game to just sit through.
I'm gonna be honest, Michael. I think that is the most I've enjoyed playing a game in the past couple of years. As weird as that one game was.
No, I get you. I too enjoyed the like literally at work. I'm like, dude, I want to play more 13 Sentinels, and just like I want to learn more about what the fuck's going on.
Dude, that game had me at the edge of my seat. I spent time in that timeline thing, like trying to think about how things fit together.
Yeah, I called it. I called the twist. I was like, got it. But then like another fucking twist would get me, and I'm like, what?
But like even just trying to like piece minute things together, I was like spending time. I was like, I want to know how this like kind of fits from beginning to end.
Yeah.
It is amazing to me how that game has 13 characters and the story doesn't feel like a convoluted mess.
Yeah, exactly. They did really well with that. Although like the combat felt like a convoluted mess with how many characters you had. Because I was like trying to like figure out what each character. Yeah. Because I was like, wait, who's this person good at again? I don't remember. Fuck me, dude.
Oh, just like with the different Sentinel types.
Exactly, yeah. Because like, each Sentinel has nuances, right?
Yeah.
Like Ogata has like his super wide destruction disc thingy.
I mean, the biggest problem, look, if there's problems in the game, it's probably from the gameplay. Because all the Generation 1 Sentinels are not as good as the 2, 3, and 4s.
I beg to differ. Fucking Ogata Sentinel, you just unlock Limiter, he'll just run around the map faster than you can fly. And then like his Destruction Blade will just do like 270 degree and just destroy everything.
Well, the thing is, they're good at one thing, and that's using Demolisher Blade to just destroy any of the tankier bosses or like the Sentinels.
What else do you need them for?
Yeah. Well, the point stands though, if you get the right mix of like the 3 Rangers and then just have them all spamming nukes across the map.
That's true.
You can honestly do that, and then what is it? The Gen 2 Sentinels you can spam the turrets with.
Yeah, turrets are so strong, especially Ryoko's. Because like her turrets are double turrets.
Well, I think at least 2 of her and the white girl, the white-haired girl.
Iori? No, Iori doesn't have it.
I thought at least 2 of them have the double turrets.
Nah, I only saw 1. Unless like, you know, Mana hops on and just corrects me right now.
Are you sure you like saw all of their abilities too?
Yeah.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Okay, you might be right then, but all I know is you can just abuse turrets with them, use the range characters, and then use the anti-air, and that is enough.
Yeah, that'll get you through most fights on easy.
Yeah. I said I'm bad with character names. What's the long dark hair girl who's like borderline a Yakuza?
Borderline Yakuza? Megumi? Yakushiji?
Yakushiji.
Dude, you mean best waifu? Like, please?
She has an ability that I'm pretty sure they didn't balance correctly.
All of her interceptors?
Well, specifically the one that's armor piercing, and you just run into everything with her.
I don't quite. I use Yakushiji to like. Oh wait, no. Other one. Yuki. Yeah. Because she's the delinquent, right? Ponytail.
Yeah, the delinquent one.
Yeah, Yuki. Yeah, Yuki.
Because you know how they all have that air thing where it's just a giant wide spread of like missiles.
Yeah, and then there's Lake Spike.
Yeah. Well, she specifically has one that's armor piercing too.
Yeah, it's armor piercing back attack, and if she's alone, she does more damage. So like, you just send her to the back lines, and then she'll just fuck things up. She'll one-shot things.
Michael, I honestly think you're at a disadvantage if you don't use her. Is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, look, any problems I have with the game probably are the difficulty balance, but as far as the actual writing, like story stuff, I'm surprised how well executed it is.
Though honestly, I love the writing.
Take them.
Like it was such a good story. Like my girlfriend was, whenever I played 13 Sentinels, she was on watching, not like doing something else. Let's see here. Frostbolt's games simply. Frostbolt has a game?
Frostbolt.
Oh, it just disallows achievements. All right. Extra points are just for bragging rights. Yeah, exactly. It's the same with like 13 Sentinels. Like the thing is with 13 Sentinels, they don't give a shit. They're just like, yeah, dude, you get the achievements. Fuck it.
See, Michael, this is the part where I tell you to check out some of Vanilleware's other games, but the truth is that is probably the best thing they put out.
I played a bit of Odin Sphere. I enjoyed it, but like, yo, dude, come on.
Okay, look,
13 Sentinels.
Odin Sphere was really good as well, but I don't think the story is gonna be as good for you.
Yeah. All right, but James. Okay. 13 Sentinels. Who's the best waifu?
Best waifu.
Obviously, Okino, but like, you know, we put him into the trap tier list, so like you can't pick him.
Okay, then I don't want any part of this discussion because that was gonna be.
You're gonna pick Okino because I know you. Yeah, dude. Because I would have picked him too, but like he's on the trap cheer list because come on, let's be fair to the girls. Like, come on.
Okay, you want me to actually exclude Okino? I might tell you not to now. Just because out of everyone, she is the least broken.
Okay, yeah. She's kind of like has a thing going with the whole alien thing, and you know, dim legs. All right, yeah. I'm more for like Yakushiji, because she can cook, and she can save my life when I get kidnapped by the fucking Yakuza.
She also went around with a gun, shooting people because the cat told her to.
I mean, look, the cat had good intentions. The cat was...
kind of did. He kind of did. You're right.
The entire time you're just like, yo, this cat is probably not good news, and then the cat's like, no, I'm legitimately trying to give you guys a fair chance here.
I love how batshit insane the plot of that game is.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's coherent, but it's so ridiculous.
It's so out there. I love it. Dude, they're like small little things where like it's such a small, minute hint, but if you notice it, you're just like, there's something not right here. Because like there are times when like Yakushiji's just talking to the cat, but then you notice like what's her face, like the dummy thick girl. Miwa-chan, yeah, Miwa, like sees like Megumi just talking to the cat, and she starts freaking out and like runs away, and I'm like, is it that weird to be talking to a cat? And then like later on, it's like you're just sitting there talking to nothing. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they don't even. No, there's lots of things because also with what's this? What's the main character's name?
Which one? They're all main characters.
I'm sorry. I would argue there was a heavy emphasis put on Juro Kurabe and Izumi.
I think Juro is like the first main character, but like honestly, they're all main characters.
They are.
Stand clear.
But like his friend, who
Oh yeah, Shunta, yeah. Bruh, the Shinta twist got me. I was like, I should have seen it coming. I should have seen it.
Also, Michael, are we gonna talk about how there's a character in that game called Keitaro Miura?
Yeah, we already talked about that on stream. But yeah, we can definitely talk about that. How do you like Mr. How do you like Mr. Berserk? and then like the fucking dude's just like one huge JoJo reference too. Is it a Berserk reference? Is it a JoJo reference? Is it both?
Yeah.
And also, like, so fucking tragic, because, dude, BJ got me. BJ got to me. I was like, dude, yo, he went in hard.
I mean, if there's any character in that game's story I genuinely feel bad for, it's probably Shinonome.
Shinonome.
Considering how they establish how fucked in the head she is.
Yeah, no, she doesn't get better. Her resolution is to actually just, like, lose her memory and come to terms with it. She found peace in losing her memory. And I was just like, dude!
She found peace in killing the actual biggest dick in that game series.
That too. Fuck that guy. He caused everything.
He is the closest to an actual dick in that game. Because even, like, every other antagonist seems to have some reasoning behind what they did.
I mean, his reasoning, if we're talking about the same person, it's like he just wants to be with the girl he loves.
He does. He might have taken it just a tad too far, just a tad.
I mean, maybe just a little bit. Like, honestly, he should have just kidnapped, you know, Tomi and then just implanted her memory straight into Tomi, just bypassed the whole robot thing. But like,
robot man.
Like, why did he waste so much time just building a robot when he could have just kidnapped the real Tomi. Like, he had the resources to do so.
There are questions that he just did not think out.
Like even like 426 was like, bro, why didn't you just do this? And he's like, you shut up. I don't like how I can't climb this. This roofing is way too hard to climb. But yeah, no, it's a good story. I was like, damn, dude, I don't, dude, half the things 426 did, I'm just like, how did you even pull that off? Welcome back, qualified. Like, I get at a certain point he was lucky, right? But like, also, how did he switch places with Tamal?
What do you mean?
When you're playing in Natsuno's story.
Oh yeah.
And then you're in the bathroom and you hear all the fighting. And then
because he was a better robot.
But he was in the fucked up Tomi body.
I think it's more like he took control and then fucked it up.
Maybe, yeah, that too. we don't really know what happened.
Because it benefit him to be in the other robot.
It would, yeah.
I think the funniest thing I've seen memed about is like, you know, like at the end of Yori's where she's like, I'm a schoolgirl with a giant robot?
Yeah.
So someone put like extra text over it that said, I may be a clone of a professor who is currently in the body of a child who murdered another clone of me and framed the cute guy I like, but now I'm a schoolgirl with a giant robot.
That's a more accurate one, yeah. Dude, Yori was just so fucking thirsty the entire campaign.
Yeah.
Shine down.
I was like, God damn, someone give this woman some water. She's thirsty.
Quietly now. No,
She does what she wants.
I just feel sorry for like Izumi Jiro.
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
because he effectively killed all his friends, thinking it was the only way he had to do it initially.
Yeah. And he worked so hard just to get to that one final moment. And I was like, dude. Okay, here's the thing. What do you think about all of the Juros? Do they fucking go hard or don't they fucking go hard?
I mean, they do.
They went like Izumi Juro's last memories was literally fighting to the death, screaming out the name of the woman he loved. Like that's pretty hardcore, right? That's his last memory. That's pretty fucking hardcore, right? Like, am I wrong?
Look, no matter what variant of him, he seems to go out like a champ.
Dude, he went out like a champ. What direction? Let's chat. No, you're reading this direction. When I look pretty much at the camera, like, I didn't read your latest one because you just copy pasted it from before, so I didn't read it because I had already read it. FYI, I have no idea what I'm doing in Genshin right now. I'm just kind of running around just doing whatever.
Animal test 6308.
I'm sure you already noticed that.
I don't know this game very well, so as far as I know, you were intently playing it.
I was intently playing it.
What
What are you talking about? I was definitely playing it. No, I read it.
Rain outlines your
But
head.
yeah, in other words, all right, okay. So like you're a Natsuno kind of guy, and I totally get that. But I say Megumi is definitely best girl. But we both know, okay, if we included all the characters in here, Okino would win, right? I'm just saying.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm not gonna lie, Yakisoba Pan's story was what drove me to play the game.
That was so good.
It was such a good story. I was just like, dude, this is just like really like coming to terms with his homosexuality, and I'm okay with this. I love every moment of this.
My only anger to that is they didn't commit to it.
What are you talking about? They did though.
I mean, they showed that he still liked him, but they didn't. Apparently, he's still like refusing to
Oh yeah.
confess 4 years in.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's fine. He still likes Okino. That's okay. May the most badass win. Okay. That brings up a good point. Who's the most badass in Sentinel? Besides Okino.
I think probably Sekigahara to some degree.
Yeah, Sekigahara is pretty fucking. A's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So fucking cool.
He's done a lot of shit. Okay.
Yeah, dude. Let's see here. Yeah. But Sekigahara is pretty. Dude, like he could have just like made an AI, but he's like, nah, dude, fuck it. I'm gonna leave it to my future self. It's like, you know what? May my future self do their thing. Yeah, he's a pretty badass. Fuck.
Takamiya's pretty badass.
Takamiya's pretty fucking badass.
I mean, he's probably the least developed character in the cast, but Renya Goto has been playing 4D chess while everyone else is trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Bro, 4D, dude, he's doing 8D chess. Dude, he's trying to like figure out a mystery like with 5 to 6 different timelines. Dude, Renya, if it wasn't for Renya, like, I don't think I would have understood the story. I would have still been lost. I've been like, dude, I don't know what the fuck.
Well, there's a reason you only get to play him towards the very end.
Yeah, when everyone else is at 80%. Ambassadors are badass ambassadors. So, like, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's okay. I just don't like her later her movies, like Wonder Woman, like 1980 something, whatever that was. I didn't like that movie.
That's because that movie was a little weird sometimes.
Oh, okay, thank you. Oof, I thought it was just me.
Oh, I feel like we've discussed that movie with you, haven't we, Michael? Between Puv and Anton and I.
Maybe not. I'm not quite sure.
We at least talked about the part where she mind controlled another guy and made him into her lover, and how there's nothing questionable, ethical about that.
What about? There's nothing questionable or ethical about that, right? No. Can I go for the headshot? Yeah, I got him. He didn't see me.
Take it easy.
James, could you read that last one?
This is unrelated to what we're talking about. I want to get a strange ambassador in TF2.
Here comes the catch.
And use a
Rain
name
cutter.
tag to name an ambassador.
Now you shall perish.
I don't know what the ambassador is in TF2. Strange ambassador. It's probably a weapon. Here, let me look it up. It's been a long time since I played TF2, and that's one of the few online games I actually played.
Oh, okay. I see. All right. Well, I think this is good for Genshin.
Yeah. It's that hand cannon thing that you would use.
Okay.
Yeah, because people who are really good would just headshot everyone with it.
I see. Yeah, I'm gonna switch games because I'm pretty done with Genshin right now.
Okay, what are we thinking to switch to?
See here. If you want to play a game with me, you can, or if you're down for just shooting the shit, and I'll just play a random game. That's fine too. Because I was just gonna
shoot the shit just because I will have to get to bed sooner rather than later.
I'll just do some Atelier.
Okay.
Because I did promise Chip that I would play through it because he did buy it for me.
I still need to pick up one of those games and give it a shot.
It's I would definitely say they're a slow burn.
I know they can be grindy. What is like a good first one I should play if I should, Michael? Because I know you've played a couple of them, right?
Mm-hmm. You're a very competent gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So because of that, I would recommend Atelier Firis. To start off the Mysterious series. Because I've been playing that and I've been enjoying that. So there's a lot, because there's a time limit in the game, you have a lot of agency to keep pushing you to play it, right?
Those are all the older ones, like the Alchemist of Dusk ones you're talking about?
That's a Dusk series. This one's Mysterious Journey.
Okay, but they still have the time limit in them then.
Yeah. So they're all different games. Some of them do, some of them don't. I really enjoy Atelier Firis. Like, I played Sophie, and because there was no time limit, there was also no sense of agency, and the story was dragging. So because there was no agency, the story was dragging, that caused me to drop it.
So it turns out the time limit is a nice thing to prod you forward, then.
Exactly, right? It gives me kind of like a goal to work towards. While in Sophie, I didn't really have a goal. So I was just kind of like, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't really get much done. Right? But with Firis, I'm just like, oh shit, yo, I got like less than a year to do this objective. Let's go.
Let me see. So I see Atelier Sophie. That's part of the Mysterious. Okay, Firis. That's not how I thought it was going to be spelled. But I
Yeah.
do know that. These games don't go on sale.
No, they really don't. I think Chip got them for me. Have I been saying a sense of agency wrong?
Agency, you mean urgency. Did I mean sense of it? I guess sense of urgency is the correct phrase, but having agency is still what I would mean to say in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, this game series, and funny enough, Michael, the Dark Souls games don't seem to go on sale very often.
I mean, if a game is popular and good, it's good, right? All right, see ya, Coolify. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Throw gold poonie balls. I don't got no gold poonie balls.
Yeah, because I know for the longest time I wishlisted the Alchemist of Dusk series.
Yeah, those don't go on sale. Those don't go on sale.
Yeah. And then I wishlisted Ryza, I think, is the other one.
Oh, and
that's
also
one of the newer ones.
that one also doesn't go on sale.
Yeah. Those thighs don't go on sale, sadly.
Mm-hmm. 3 gold tree leaves. All right, let's go ahead and get 3 gold tree leaves. Like, why the fuck not? That's in Traveler's Grove, right? To the doctor in Dona. Nah, goddammit, not again. I hate it because they put the manual onto the same button that you would use to like open up the map, so I keep mashing it.
You're playing this with a controller then?
Yeah. In Dona. Okay, so I just gotta go south. Alright, cool.
But yeah, honestly, Michael, a lot of the things I like about older JRPGs just aren't in most of the new stuff now. Because if there's one game I do recommend, and I think Pavana would agree with me on this.
Okay.
I do recommend at some point in your life giving Chrono Trigger a shot.
Alright. I do want to try it. I just don't want to do too much overlap because Pubbin's like doing a playthrough of it. Whenever he gets back to it.
I'm not even saying recent, I just mean like one day bucket lists. Like if there's a game you probably should give a shot.
Yeah.
Because if I told someone to play one JRPG, I'd probably tell them to play that one just because it's actually a lot more accessible.
Hmm. One day. Okay. Maybe. Oh, you're the doctor. I got a holy goblet. But yeah, so like in this game right now, I'm just kind of like waiting on the game to just let me get my fucking ship already. White Fog Forest South Cave.
By the way, Michael, it makes me really happy in 13 Sentinels we only know that one character is Dummy Thick Girl.
Yes! I mean, do you know her by any other name?
No.
Dude, the entire time, Manok was like, protect her, Michael. And I'm like, yes. Why would I not protect Dummy Thick Girl?
Makes me happy that you can jump in these games.
Dude, exactly.
I don't even know why, but any game that doesn't have a jump button is worse for not having it, even if it serves no purpose in the game.
Like, if you put a jump in your game, attention to detail.
Well, I just want to jump around.
Exactly.
Like when I'm wandering around aimlessly, I'm gonna hit the jump button.
Like, exactly. Why would you not?
But if I don't have a jump button, it's like I can't. I feel like I'm bolted to the ground.
You have no freedom.
I'm sure it's nowhere near as complicated as it looks to me, but anytime I see these crafting grids in this game, I'm just like, what is this? What am I looking at?
It's not that complicated. It's just very complicated.
I mean, the entire point of these games is to be an alchemist, so this should be the main draw.
Yeah. It's simple once you get the hang of it, obviously.
Yeah. It's just when you see it's most 90% of RPGs are like this. You see it with no context, and you're like, what the hell am I looking at?
Yeah, you just don't know what the hell's going on, right? That's perfectly understandable.
Like, I'm sure, I think Anton told me he tuned into 13 Sentinel. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, yeah, neither do we.
That's okay. Yeah. Like Anton tuning into 13 Sentinels, it's like, bruh, no one knows what's going on. The moment you think you know what's going on, you really don't know.
Yeah. Look, 13 Sentinels has a very important message. Don't plagiarize people's video game code.
Exactly. Although it's all Ryoko's fault for like sabotaging it to begin with.
Yeah. It's funny how she's both the most sympathetic character and also her real, like, her former role counterpart is probably the shittiest person.
Yeah. She's like, the guy I love broke up with, or like, didn't accept my feelings, so I'm gonna kill everyone.
Like, she just pretty much ended humanity right there.
Did you see the extra cutscene at the very end?
Which one?
If you go into the timeline, at the very, very bottom after you beat the game, there's one more cutscene that the game didn't show you.
Oh, I'll have to see it then.
Yeah. It's a very good twist. I was like, wait, what? I could spoil it for you, but I won't.
I'll go see it then.
Yeah.
ど
Oh,
れがい
honey
い
soup.
かな
Right? Can I make more honey? Yes.
これで触媒しよーし始めようこれはここかな材料投入これでそれじゃこれでそこそこかなどれがいいかなこれで触媒さあ調合開始これはここか
And
な
here.
これ
This
は
one over
ここかな
there.
ここにいるよいい感じこれでいいそれじゃこれでいいね
I think it's gonna like rain pretty soon. I can hear like the clouds and thunder and everything.
レベルアップ
I wonder how many more days it's gonna take for the quest to be like, hey, we're good to
緑
go.
の香りが心地いい
All right, so quests. Prepare for ritual. White Fog Forest South Cave. Oh, but yeah. I'm glad you really enjoyed 13 Sentinels like I did.
Yeah. I mean, I've honestly... The only reason I didn't pick it up at launch is I was hoping it would come to PC first. And then
Yeah.
I caved and said I'm not going to wait any longer because I don't know when... Because Vanillware's never ported anything to PC anyway, so I don't think it ever will come.
Right, it came to Switch. Which one did you get on? PS4 or Switch?
I did Switch so I could just sit down in my bed and play it.
Ah, nice.
おお暗
Man, I would pay so much money for Vanillaware's games to be ported, though.
Yeah.
い最初
Like, they have a
Imagine-
Wii game called Muramasa.
Uh-huh.
砂だね
I would play the shit out of that game right now if it wasn't on the Nintendo Wii.
Oh.
ちょっと喉が渇いて
Because
きた
the version of Odin Spear you played with me,
Uh-huh.
they basically revamped the combat to be more like Muramasa, where it's more actiony.
Oh.
新しい
The
道具
original game sucked. Combat did.
Huh, well. I do want to like maybe like get back into it. The whatchamacallit game. Odin Sphere. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do like Odin Spear's story overall, but it's not going to be anywhere near as, like, crazy. You're not going to find anything as good as 13 Sentinels with that style of
Right.
game.
That makes sense.
Because Odin Spear is more meant to be based on the fairy tale.
Hmm.
それよし頑張ろ
Didn't even know it was based off of Fairy Tale.
うは
It is of some kind. I think my biggest problem with Odin Spear is that you're forced to play each character all the way through until they let you go to the next character.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the biggest problem with that game is you have to play it like one character to the next to the next. And they're all fairly fun, with one of them being a little harder than
ちょ
the
ちょ
other
いの
ones.
ちょい
But
だね
Hmm.
I think it would have been nice if you could have switched between them and chosen how you wanted to play.
Right, like I really like how they did it in 13 Sentinels, because it's like you can jump around from story to story as soon as you're like kind of done.
余裕
Yeah, that kind of freedom is something they've never done in their games till then, and something I kind of want if they make anything else.
Yeah, like I want to see what their next game is.
なんとかなりそう
Well, we'll see it in about 7 years.
こちら
You think I'm joking, Michael?
You know, I don't think you're joking actually.
Because the last new game they made prior to 13 Sentinels was Dragon's Crown, and that came out in 2013.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's we're not getting another game in a while.
No, we're not.
It makes me a little sad, but no, it is what it is.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how they've survived as long as they have, because most of their games don't sell well, and they're a studio of like 30 people that have always stuck to their like only doing their own stuff.
Right. How do they even stay afloat?
Well, because I think the closest they've had to like a decent success was Odin Spear. Everything else they've made, nobody knows what the fuck it is.
True.
Which is a shame, because they've actually made some pretty good games.
Go talk to someone. Make 3 Atono.
So here's my question. Because this game has a time limit on it, does it feel like you need to play this game non-stop without sleep in the way Persona made me feel?
No.
Okay, because that's the reason I haven't picked up Persona again.
Oh gosh. No, luckily, no, it doesn't feel like that at all. It's quite relaxing, actually. Like, even though there is a time limit, they give you plenty of time. I mean, I say that, but I don't know if I've like fucked up and just you know, screwed myself over.
Yeah, I mean, the time limit puts a more interesting thing on the game, in my opinion. Even if it isn't like that harsh.
Oh, I don't have any mineral oil. Huh. Where do I get mineral oil? This could be awkward. Ah. Tona, White Fog Forest. Somewhere in White Fog Forest. Okay.
植物がたくさんあっておいら幸せだよ
But yeah, I'm thinking I'll stream for like another 9 minutes, and then I can end the stream because I've been streaming for a while, and then we can go and chat with the other guys for a bit if they're still on.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Dude, that girl is wasting so much energy running like that. Like, I don't know if you've walked like 6 miles doing that with your hands, but your hands start to hurt a little bit. Your arms, everything.
Dude, I'm amazed she hasn't like just fallen down dead. I gotta find mineral oil.
I would really like these games, Michael, if the more you spent wandering around fighting things, your character starts all like weak and like thin like this, and then you just become mega muscular.
If you run out of LP points and you don't rest, you do get weaker.
Okay. And LPs, like, I'm assuming your energy that recharges every day, right?
Yeah, it's like things that you do every day. So like walking around takes up LP, fighting takes up LP, gathering.
It's basically like your Stardew Valley Harvest Moon energy meter, right?
Yep.
Maybe I should play these games, because I get Those games I get obsessed with.
Dude, like, when I was playing Sophie, and when I was like really enjoying it, I like min-maxed a lot of my bombs. Like, I made like AoE instant death bombs.
That's actually a game you could pick up and stream at some point, by the way, Michael's Rune Factory 4.
Okay. I saw it on Steam. Is it on sale?
Let me see. That game is horribly addicting.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's not good. I don't need addicting games.
It is on sale. It's $20 instead of $30, and they used to sell that game for $40 or $50 when it wasn't on Steam. Oh shit, is Rune Factory 5 on sale though? That's the question.
Is there a difference?
Between the two games?
Yeah.
Massive difference. Rune Factory 4 came out on the 3DS.
Ah, I see.
Rune Factory 5 just came out a year ago, and it's actually fully 3D.
Got it.
Basically, from what I have understood, as someone who's played 4, 4 is like feels like the most refined game they made. 5 is a little rougher because they like made it fully 3D.
Right. They because they didn't have time to really hone it out.
Exactly. So, from what I've always understood, 4 has been considered like the best game in the series in terms of content and quality.
Okay.
Those are games you would like because you're all about the waifus.
Damn right. Well, okay, what's the waifu tier quality? Is it Okino good?
No, but if we're trying to get 13 Essentials comparison done for.
If the waifus aren't even close to Okino, I don't want anything to do with them.
Well then, I guess you better go back and play 13 Sentinels.
He's like, well, buddy, I guess that's it for you.
I may have to revise my waifu list because there's one thing
Uh-huh.
above Okino.
Okay.
That's Yakisoba Pan.
Yakisoba Pan Man. Wait, Yakisoba Pan Angel or Yakisoba Pan Man?
I mean, I guess Yakisoba Pan Angel. You know what? Maybe she is higher tier than I should be putting her for that.
Because Yakisoba Pan Angel is up there.
Dude, let me tell you something, Michael. That man feels about Yakisoba Pan the same way I feel about that pate sandwich from Huanglan.
You're just like, fuck me, dude. I need more of this shit.
Dude, I think you could agree with me. That sandwich is damn good.
It's a good sandwich, dude. Vietnamese sandwiches are fucking good.
On me is just something I'm very glad colonization is created.
God bless. Dude, I remember, like, I said, you know, on the bright side, at least we got, like, something out of it. But everyone was like, fuck you, dude, how dare you say this is you got something good out of colonization. I was like, but it's true. Like, it's true. The combination of pate and French baguettes is a thing you normally wouldn't get. Although I'm pretty sure, like, pate is French as fuck.
It is, but some of the other stuff in there is not.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
I forgot what's called. It's like a Chinese sausage they put in there.
We put ja, which I think, like, I guess
it's that circular sausage they put in those sandwiches. I can never remember the name of it. Oh yeah. It's pretty tasty.
It's delicious.
I don't think the special Huanglan has it, but they traditionally put head cheese in it too.
Yes, normally you would. I'm like, yeah, colonization. Terrible thing.
材料はどれにしよ
At
う
least we got something out of it. But hey, people didn't agree with me on that, and I was like, okay.
これで食さあ調合開始これはここかな
Those are tasty sandwiches.
They're good sandwiches, dude.
ここに入れようこれはここかなここ
I
に
need
入れ
to
よ
get some pho sometime as well.
Yeah, me too. If you can find me a goddamn pho restaurant in Japan.
う材料投入
There's not a single one.
It's just like the lack of proper ingredients, so the taste is always off.
What weirds me out with that though, because I'll admit pho is not easy to make. At least I don't think it is.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of ingredients, they're mostly things you can find.
Yeah, ideally, but like, dude, Japan's weird.
Like, I'm assuming you can at least get rice noodles at a supermarket and some of the stuff for the bone broth.
Yeah. No, I think you could get quite a lot of the ingredients. Do some. Okay, so through the silent labyrinth.
Can I put it in a pot and cook it for the right amount of time? Probably not, but I know I can buy the ingredients.
Like, it amazes me how like
これ
undiversified Japan is in its food.
Yeah. Honestly, that would probably be something I couldn't deal with, Michael.
It's been rough. It's been a rough few years, man. I haven't had a proper like taco in a while.
Yeah, that's awful.
Like if you get curry, you get like, you know, bastardization curry. They do have a lot of like Indian food for some reason.
But if it's good, at least.
It's okay.
I want to get like 20 to 30 chefs of like varied cuisine and bring them to Japan to start opening
床
up
が
food.
崩れてる場所があるみたい落ちないよう
The
に
thing
注意
is that
してね
it can be kind of difficult to get a restaurant. Like it's already hard enough to get a restaurant going, right? And then imagine doing that in another country.
Yeah. Plus, it's in a country where, like, truthfully, the reason you're not seeing that food is because it's not wanted there. It's not necessarily sought after
It's
to the same degree.
like people just don't know about it, right? Like I'll be like, yeah, you know, like a taco, and they're like, a what? And I'm like you know, Mexican food. They're like, what is food? I'm like, god damn, we're starting from here, huh?
You see, and that's the real tragedy. If you live a life where you haven't had good Mexican cuisine.
Firis-chan!
Like the
Kume ga
only
dechiagatta
place
ze!
I can get proper Mexican food is in fucking Hiroshima. Like obviously, if you live in Tokyo, like you're pretty good to go. Tokyo is like, you know, New York.
It's a big city. It's got a wider range of things because you also have a lot of people who are American living there.
Exactly. Like a lot of foreigners would just go to Tokyo because it's fucking Tokyo, right?
おいおい、例は船を見てからにしてくれよ。ほら、早く船着き場に行こうぜ。
But like, if you go to any other place in Japan, like, no, you're not gonna really find it.
So here's the question, Michael. If you could bring one thing, one type of food, make it commonplace in Japan, what would that be?
すごいだろ
You still there?
No, I'm thinking. Sorry.
Okay.
Like,
Sorry, I saw your mouth move on the stream. Like, did I mute it?
No. I'm genuinely thinking.
Okay, that's a deep thought. Because I think I would struggle with that one. I don't think I could give you an easy answer to that.
No, because there is no easy answer. That's why I'm thinking really hard. If I could just...
I might tell you either Mexican or Italian.
Yeah.
Both because they're almost not present there. Italian specifically because everything you've shown me of people making food in Japan tells me they don't know what tomatoes are. Or tomato sauce.
Yeah, they don't.
And I'm sorry, it's not a pizza just because you sprinkle Japanese mayo over it.
No, it's not a pizza because you sprinkled ketchup on top of it. Ballpark hot dogs. Yeah.
Well, really?
Yeah. Hot dogs. Yes. Every single hot dog
in Japan.
Hot dogs in Japan are sweet.
Oh, so like the style of sausage isn't the same.
Yeah.
And you don't really have any kind of sausages, do you?
No.
Shit, that's also a problem.
Yes. Like as much as I want to
Italian.
say, as much as I want to say like steak, I can make do with the garbage steak they have, right? But like I can't find a proper replacement for hot dogs. I just can't. I haven't found it.
You solidified my answer, Michael. The answer is Italian food. Because that means I can open an Italian supermarket and start having sausages from there.
Yeah, dude.
And you can have all the deli meats like prosciutto.
Oh my god, yes. They do have prosciutto. They don't have like things like cream cheese easily on hand. Oh no, they do have cream cheese. It's the other one.
Sour cream?
Yes, they don't have sour cream. Thank you.
Oh god, Michael. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
We need to break you out of this prison.
Like I have to
can't
go
live in a
to
world where sour cream isn't within a grocery store.
Yeah, I have to go to a very specific import store or a very, very specific grocery store to get sour cream. But like the grocery store with sour cream doesn't have tortillas.
Firis ちゃんの頑張りと俺たちの魂。それ以外にもたくさんのやつの思い。
Sour cream is at least there.
But yeah.
そんなすげえ船が竜巻なんかに負
But
ける
yeah, I
は
would
ず
do
だ
hot
ね。
dogs. Cause like I can make do with like these garbage ass hamburgers that I make or like steak. Cause like most of the ground beef you'll find is they use like pork filler, so it's like just really oily and I hate it.
よし。じゃあ
really?
いざ出航と行
That's
き
the
たい
thing
と
I
ころ
actually
だ
would
が
like to ask you.
そっちも
How
準備があるだろ
decent
う。
can you find of like beef cuts or any kind of beef in Japan?
Easy. You don't have a job and you go to the supermarket very early to get them.
用意がで
But
きた
like
ら
if you went
俺に
there and
話しか
tried
け
to
て
get
く
a
れ。
ribeye steak,
い
do
つ
they
でも
even
手
have
を出してや
ribeye
るからな。
cuts?
Good luck.
But that means they do have them, regardless of it being hard to get.
Maybe you could get a ribeye. Most beef are gonna be in like yakiniku style, where it's like thinly cut already.
Yeah.
Or like a $30 steak.
おう待ってるぜ。
Got it. But you're not going to see all the like typical cuts you'd see
No,
in
no,
a
no.
standard meat market. So you're not going to see like ribeye, brisket,
Yeah, no chuck.
sirloin.
Yeah, none of that. Like I think I found like New York steak once.
Yeah. Look, I need me a butcher shop near me.
Dude, there is a butcher shop near me, and I can never go there because like, it's just closed by the time I'm off work.
There's no way for you to like get it ordered either, right?
No, they don't believe in that. I remember like, cause my girlfriend went to a Costco store once and she bought like Costco steak, but like it had the taste and context, and texture and consistency of breakfast sausage. In other words, I was lied to.
Yeah, that's upsetting to me.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty bad. Alrighty, so we got our boat. It just took a while. So that means I'll go ahead and save, and I'll call the stream.
Yeah. Look, Michael, if you find our way back in our town at some point, we'll take you to some food places you need.
You have to, please. I'm dying. I'm suffering here.
We'll take you to Senor Aji. It's like some good Peruvian food.
Fuck yeah, dude. I've never had it. I'd love to try it.
That's the first time I've tried Peruvian food. It's fantastic.
Damn. Well, yeah. Well, we'll continue the conversation after I do the whole closing. But thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you all had fun. It was mainly me just running around doing fuck all. But yeah, I hope you all had fun. Cool if I was there doing a lot of talking. Fine. I went on a couple spiels. Alrighty, but until next time, hopefully we get to have the group stream. Okay. So until the next stream, guys, just stay awesome. Alrighty, take care.